Good day everyone, I want to ask you a very simple question today. What is electricity worth to you? What are you willing to pay for electricity? And before you say as little as possible, I want you to think about what you will pay for it if you have to lose it. Someone say that I can give you electricity, it's available here, it's available nowhere else. What are you willing to pay for electricity? How dependent are you on it? Do you need electricity in your daily life? What will you lose if you don't have electricity? And I want you to think long and hard about that. A lot of people will say that electricity is a basic human right. And a lot of people will argue against that. Because people have gotten along without electricity since forever. And we've gotten so used to it that it is a part of our lives. And often we don't think what we need for electricity. Often we don't think of the basic things that we will lose without electricity. And you need to think for yourself, what are you willing to pay for electricity? And I know that Eskom has put price increases forward of over 30%. And I want to tell you that in future, with what is being recommended right now, it's not going to be a percentage increase in future. With us putting large-scale solar and wind all over the country, I can tell you, if that is all we are putting in with batteries, that it's not going to be a percentage increase, it's going to be a multiplication of what you are currently paying. A multifold multiplication. And this is simple maths. I'm not going to go into the details of that now. But are you willing to pay that? And if not, you need to ask yourself, what are you willing to do to pay less for electricity? And one of the ways to do that, of course, as I usually say, is for you to be able to produce electricity yourself. And that is the best outcome for any person out there. But I want you to start thinking, for those of you that feel that you can't do that are dependent on government to supply you with electricity, what are you willing to pay for it? And you will only really know that answer once you have lost it. Will you be willing to give up that 5,000 Rand or 10,000 Rand payment on a car that you see as absolutely essential? Will you give that up so that you can have electricity? And once again, you will only know that answer once you have lost it. This is not about blaming the government. This is not about blaming Eskom. This is about you thinking what electricity is worth to you today. And maybe some people will find that they are really fortunate with their current situation, that they can easily pay for electricity. Other people might be absolutely struggling to pay for electricity. It's a vast mix within South Africa right now, a very emotive issue. And I want you to tell me in the comments, not about Eskom and their price increases or anything like that. Tell me what you are willing to pay for electricity. What would you be willing to do, and what will you realize when there is no more electricity, when the electricity is gone? And we certainly need to think about that realistically so that you understand what you will be willing to do and pay for electricity. Thank you very much. Please share this video with your friends and family.